Morning! We've just parked up in Grange near Keswick on the Borrowdale road, where we've walked through the village, where we eventually came to the hotel Borrowdale Gates, where there's a footpath just in front of the hotel on your left. We're heading up that footpath. We're going to go for a route onto High Spy and Maiden Moor, a little lesser known route via Nitting Haws, which is just up there. We're going to follow this path for a while till we hit some waterworks, and at them waterworks we're going to turn left. That's the waterworks there. We'll head through this gate and we'll take a left, and eventually we'll start heading up that bracken path in front of us there. Our descent will from Maiden Moor. Later we'll be coming down that way, where we'll meet the same gate. So what we're basically going to do today is we're going to traverse the mountain below High Spy. We're going to head up onto the summit of High Spy. Keep heading up through the bracken path through Cockley How, where we'll eventually find Nitting Haws, just round the corner of that little false summit there. The big intimidating crag straight in front of me is Eel Crag, which lies halfway between High Spy and Maiden Moor. That's the ridge of Moor that we'll be following later to get to Maiden Moor at the end. So this is Cockley How, just a tiny little summit. I don't think it's on the British Hill list. In fact, I'm almost certain it's not. From Cockley How we're going to keep heading up this path in front of me past the big rock, where we're going to find a traverse path running past High White Rake and Low White Rake, and then eventually up onto the summit of Nitting Haws, which is just there. Here's the rock star. From Cockley How down there, the path's very hard to see, but once you get up here, it's a very clear path and a good path. In fact, that little traverse path between Cockley How and Nitting Haws, just behind me there, is an absolute beautiful path. I've really enjoyed that. It's a while since I've been up here. Absolutely amazing views of Derwent Water behind me. We're not too far from Nitting Haws now. There's some lovely heather on this path. It's in bloom now. Nitting Haws summit, 420 metres. It's a singe. It's a lovely little lofty summit. Look at this, look at the views from here. Wow. That's Castle Crag below us. And Borrowdale. Here on the summit of Nitting Haws. We're going to cross Low Scawdel, past Lobstone Band, and then we're going to follow Robin Fold Edge onto the summit of I Spy. Cross the little beck and head in the direction of Joe Banks Fold. Slightly up the hill there's a little marker cairn. Just past that little cairn I started veering left. I went off piste. There doesn't appear to be much of a path up here to Joe Banks Fold. I'm just at Joe Banks Fold now. I've never been here. It's a lovely ancient looking sheepfold. It's very nice. From here I'm going to head up that way. I don't know if there's a path. If not, I'll just go off piste. From the fold, head round this crag, keep to the flatter ground, keep to the grass, and hopefully we'll find a way. So from Joe Banks Fold, we've followed the easiest ground that we could find. There's no path on the map and there's no path on the ground. We're off piste. This is where years of walking off piste in Scotland comes in handy. At this point, if you didn't have a map and you were up here, you would probably be lost. So yeah, you need some kind of navigation skills or navigation aid. Navigation aid, I would say, because my skills are crap. We're almost at Lobstone Band, where I'm going to run into familiar ground that I've been on before and head for Robin Fold Hedge and then to the summit of I Spy. all kind of off-piste. So we're on Robin Falls Edge now, just heading up onto the main ridge of I Spy. The big ravine to the left of me here is the route down through Righead Quarries, so you may be a little bit more familiar with where I'm at now. Big mountain in front of me is Derwent, and at this point I think if I turn and take a 90-degree right straight up there, I should almost certainly pop out near the summit of High Spy. High Spy summit, 653 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt, a Nuttall and a hump. From the summit of High Spy we're going to head down the lovely long ridge to Maiden Moor, and then we're going to drop down Haws Gate. To the left of me we've got Derwent, Ainscarth. Behind Ainscarth we've got Robinson. Behind Robinson we've got Notrig and Ardcrag. Behind Notrig and Ardcrag we've got Crag Hill or Eel Crag, Sail, dropping down to Scarcrag, Causey Pike, and in the far distance behind Causey Pike you can see Grisdale Pike. Skidder in the north. The weather's a bit wilder up here on the main ridge. We're having to shelter from the odd shower or two. It's a lot windier up here, so I don't think I'm going to get the drone out up here. Thankfully I got it out earlier on, so I hope the footage from earlier on was good. Yeah, it certainly ain't like summer. 29th of July. It's cold, it's windy, it's claggy, the weather's completely sporadic, it's all over the place. One minute it's red hot sunny and the next minute it's freezing cold and raining. But hey, never a bad day up here, is there? Never. We love it. Don't we, lad? He's asleep. Billy's just on High Spy's north top there, 634 metres. It's a Nuttall. There's the summit just behind him, little cairn. High Spy's north top, and the sun's back out. Most people will miss this top because the main path's over there. But it's a nice little top, nice little summit, great views. Back over to the main path and we'll head down to Maiden Moor. summit, 575 metres. It's a Wainwright and a Burkitt, and there's the very impressive summit cairn. That's skidded in front of us. Cat Bell's at the end of this ridge. We're going to drop down into the col below Maiden, Moor and Cat Bells, and then find a path down Haws Gate, which will take us back into Grange where we parked. There's Low Snab Farm down there, and Scope End, the ridge that would take you up onto Hindscarth. Behind Scope End you've got High Snab Bank, which is the ridge that would take you up onto Robinson. The col down here between Cat Bells and Maiden Moor is Haws Gate. The left hand side drops you back into Newlands Valley. The right hand side drops you back into Derwent Water and Borrowdale, which is where we're going to head, and then back into Grange. This is Haws Gate. The path will eventually take us back round to Grange. It could drop you down into the lakeshore path into Keswick as well if you wanted. It's very slippy because we've had a lot of showers and it's not had a chance to dry out. You don't often get a footpath in the lakes with a handrail on it, but it is a popular tourist path and it does get very slippy, so it comes in handy. We're down off them slippy wet pitched stones. At the bottom of the Haws, just before you go through the gate, there's a permissive path signposted for seat holler to your right, which will take you through the bracken and trees, avoiding the road, back to Grange. It's a lovely path back, but there is a lot of bracken, so if you don't like bracken you'd have been better off dropping down to the road or coming in winter. As you can see, it's quite thick here. Path's good underneath, but I've got shorts on and I'm almost certain it could be overloaded with ticks in here. It'll drop us back down to the waterworks we set off from early this morning when we went the other direction. The view down Borrowdale, there's Castle Crag in the middle, and Nitting Haws, where we went up earlier, is just breathtaking.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
He's found himself a little friend here, look. It's got no fear of him whatsoever.
Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through, no limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight, found what we're looking for in life, call us crazy, but things are finally right.
I think he's fallen in love with the lamb. It's way up the fell side now. So we're almost back at the pump house where we started now. Cross this little bridge and then we should be just about there. We're almost back into Grange now, so I'm going to wrap my video up. Say thank you for watching. If you like my content, please think about giving me a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from the Rockstar. There's Grange just down there.